Okay, and we are live
Awesome.
here for SMSU's Valorant competitive scene here. And we kind of have a very interesting game going on. The
Yeah.
SMSU Mustangs are taking on USF. And as you can see on the screen, it's going to be a 5v4 tonight.
Click into Valorant.
This is Afro on with Coach Spencer Luwaji. And we're going to be seeing, as you can see, it's some kind of an interesting lineup we got going on here.
Yeah, so I wonder what they're gonna do with only 4 players on the team. I think I personally would favor more of those Sentinels, trying to get more of a defensive setup because those defense runs are gonna be so difficult with being down 1 player off the bat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I it's a really interesting comp, only going with 1 Sentinel. You see SMSU with 5 players, they still went with 2 Sentinels and an info character. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if SFU, if they're able to make a little bit of progress on this 4 versus 5,
Yeah.
or if they're just going to get shut down. We'll see quickly here whether that's true. Now, I'm not sure. I believe they will get the extra money for only having 4 players,
That's
though.
correct. That's correct.
So that means SFU, they could be at an advantage if their 5th player isn't as skilled as the other ones, as they'll get extra money every round on their more skilled players. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this game.
Yeah.
I
It's,
believe they'll all start with armor on pistol rounds, so this
ooh.
makes their pistol round pretty strong.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely a detriment for them if they aren't able to make any big plays. I mean, you can see you got the 2 flashes, you got Phoenix and Reyna there, so they can definitely help a lot with getting into points if they have to. But since there's a Cypher, you got maybe a camera to use, maybe possibly a trip,
Yep.
maybe a Cypher cage, and Brim smokes work pretty well. But unless you got someone else to kind of help out, it's going to be kind of one-sided here.
And we're looking like an all hookah push by SFU here. All 4 members pushing up mid into hookah. SMSU hasn't spotted him yet. They should be spotting him now with that turret going off by Killjoy. Got him kind of forced into the hookah.
Yeah.
Looks like they...
Looks like we got some people still staying at A, just kind of waiting here, maybe going for a rotation of sorts. But
No, I'm not sure how much info SMSU got from that, but I'd really like to see them shrinking the map now. If they saw all the members of SFU there, there's no reason not to shrink the map. Smoke coming down into CT here, and the gunfights begin.
It's a 2-on-4 right now, Cypher
Yeah.
and Reyna.
Dark
Looks like they're
Crystal
still
able to
committed.
pick up a double kill there.
Yeah, good move there. And looks like Reyna's gonna take the trade there, headshot with the ghost.
Right.
She's stuck on site.
One enemy remaining.
And there,
and there's a
SMSU
cleanup.
are able to clean up the round. Nice start from SMSU.
Good job there from SMSU. They were able to kind of keep their spots, and they didn't really push super hard. And on the other team side, they kind of committed to B. I mean, their spike was down, so they had to do something.
Yep.
But there wasn't really much they could have done. Cypher and Reyna probably used all their utilities at that point. And it was kind of out of their hands.
No, I completely agree. And it looks like SFU are going to set up for more of an A push here. They have bomb located there. They've got Cypher. Looks like he's going to be setting up tripwires for that flank.
Yep.
They're going to look to commit to an A push off the beginning at least. And let's see if SMSU is able to battle for orb control in Barrage here. Or in the bathrooms
Jaffro
here.
putting down the smokes in bath, kind of let them know that there's someone at least there.
It sounds
still
like
trying to
Jaffro
push.
may have had some hint there. He pulled out his molly. He's going to get in a little bit more in an aggressive position.
Yeah, they can
As
see that-
SMSU
oh, yeah.
develops long control on Phoenix, that might mean Killjoy can start to half rotate out as Phoenix is getting good info pushing through
Yeah,
long.
and with that, it looks like Dark Crystal might be trying to either follow up or maybe even just stay there for a little bit with the utilities. I mean, you go too far, they shut off.
I don't know what Dark Crystal's doing. He's not looking at anything. He either needs to rotate or not rotate. He's just jumping around.
I think he
It
might be
looks
just
like
waiting
the
for
hit
smash.
onto A is coming through.
Oh, wait a minute, Waffle in a kind of a scuffle here.
Oh,
Oh, the save there
with
from
the
Pizza Bread.
save.
What a move, and Jaffro with a
One
bucky
enemy remaining.
double kill. Jaffro goes down, and it's just a
Cypher
1-on-4. Pinching up the boxes here, and that's nothing he could have done there.
Yep. And that's the buy round from SMSU. Now we'll see rifles coming out from their opponents here. We'll see if they're able to keep that pressure.
Yeah. There's going to be a definitely change of the tides. They're going to have to think of something, because, I mean, with the 4-on-5, either they have to continually do maybe 3-1 splits or try to go for something a little more intricate, because going for these full pushes, going for like these passive pushes too might not be very good for them. I mean, you saw Jaffro was waiting. He got the Bucky double kill on him, and now their Econ's They're maybe be able to buy rifles here, but
But they are looking for a full short push by the looks of it. Reyna pushing in, checking that close angle. Is that Sage wall down? It doesn't look like it.
oh, good kill there from good mate taking out Waffle. Looks like they're setting up smokes. It's definitely just gonna be a hard push here. Yep, he took out another man. Headshot. There's Jafra with the kill against Castle K. 3v3 right now. And you can see the rotates here from Phoenix and Killjoy. And they're not exactly pushing. They're kind of giving it a little bit of time.
I think they're waiting for everybody to be ready, and they're gonna hit this
Flashing
together.
into you.
Flash into you.
Oh, he looked away at the last moment, but the
Killjoy
trade.
does trade it.
Now this one's gonna be kind of
Last
Jackson
player
Warriors gets
standing.
immediately thrown.
One
There's another
enemy
trade
remaining.
from Dark Crystal. I'm guessing
He's
they
gonna
might think he's
hold?
he shoots through the
He
smoke.
knows where he's at now.
Makes a gamble. They both begin
push
to
this,
trade.
push this.
He's hurt bad.
Oh.
He's hurt bad. Waits for it.
He's
Oh
gotta take
yeah.
teleporter.
No
He's got to take
time.
teleporter to live. Okay.
And he was like look at the amount of health he had left. Maybe like 10 HP, maybe 1 HP.
If he just committed a little harder to the spray there, I think he wins that round. But unfortunate from SMSU is they drop around to this 4 versus 5. But I believe that was a save round. It looked like a couple people are still on stingers that round.
Yep. And I think what happened there in that round was that I think they might have been just a little too passive. You saw there that Wookie was going for the U-Haul flash. He looked at it, looked away. I guess he might have thought it was clear. Didn't see the guy there for a split second, and that's what cost him. Dark Crystal with some great trades there in that round, though.
Revealing
helped
area.
a lot. Looks like it's going to be kind of in B, but you can see there's one lurking around toward A Link here, kind of coming up. Going for a flash.
Looks like more of a
And
default.
it's a
Reyna
piece,
making
yeah.
a lot of pressure there. Has U-Haul control. Can SMSU deal with that Reyna? Is she pushing in? She was snuck past all the A defense.
Yeah, she's
Oh, but she's
she almost got all the way to the back of CT, almost flanking around the back, leaving them completely unsuspecting. But it seems like they're not pushing on B either. Might be going for that rotate into A. But
Yeah, honestly, if that Reyna makes it by that defense, that's round over for SMSU.
see, oh, there's Jaffa with the kill.
One
Getting the
enemy
kill
remaining.
going for maybe 4 there. Ooh, almost got the 4-piece ace.
Looked
Castle
like
K
a
with the
little
trade.
aggressive from Jeffrey. I really like the re-peek for the second kill. Being out of ammo, though, I don't like that re-peek for the third kill. Maybe he switches the pistol, but I think you can just give up that angle and be fine.
Yeah, if he might have gotten confident in that. I mean, I would be too, getting 3 kills right off the jump like that.
Well, yeah, it does feel good when
It
you
does
just
feel
commit into
good.
a spray down, getting 3
30
kills.
seconds left.
And it looks like Brim's going to commit to this point. I would probably rotate if I was that Brim. At this point, you just saw 3 people get murked.
Out of charges.
And he goes for the kill, and there's the trade by Wookie, taking him out, making this 3-1. I think I just saw one of the other team members just join the party, it looked like. Probably got a response from them for the first time.
I don't know if that will trigger some sort of remake type scenario where maybe we try to keep the score even and get that 5th player in. I don't think that's allowed by the rules, but we'll see what UFC says.
It's surprising that Dark Crystal has kind of subjected himself to B, even though they kind of do A and switching off, but it's pretty smart from Killjoy at the same time to be doing this kind of thing.
I
been
like
pretty
leaving
successful.
Killjoy by herself. I mean, if they're going to
Standing
commit
ahead.
A and you want to stack A, just
Yeah.
put another player over at A. I like Killjoy and B. I think she
Yeah.
slows this play down too strong for
You see Wookie's watching
to do it,
teleporter, waiting for the peek, and oh, there it is.
There it is.
Takes out Phoenix, and he was even looking
Flashing
up for a
long,
good couple
double
of seconds.
checking, making sure he's not going to get peeked by long.
You can see Reyna's creeping back on the A side. You can see that Brim's now walking away to the other side.
This Reyna lurk is going to activate pretty soon here. SMSU needs to find this lurk.
Yeah, Reyna is on site, and she's just walking
I
around,
think
going
they
towards
know.
CT here.
Jaffros might get caught, but Silva is kind of holding. Silva leaves the angle.
Launching
Reyna
star.
is going to be in a key position this round.
Reyna's not going to try and go up to heaven. She's just going all the way to the back here, and Brim might be the first one to get picked by
One
this Reyna
enemy remaining.
unsuspectingly. And he's creeping up really closely. I'd be
But
very
luckily,
worried.
SMSU's mostly long, so now
Yep,
they
and
know.
there's the
They
shot
know
in the back.
ECT. Really nice by SMSU. They're separated out enough where they don't get double killed for that flank.
Yeah, and there it is. But you can tell there might have been, there could possibly be a little bit of some miscommunication on their part, but no one really knew where that Reyna was. But I think at that point, I think SMSU might be thinking, this Reyna has been trying to lurk back-to-back rounds. She might do it again, or she might try lurking on the other point while everyone else kind of goes on this side.
Yeah, for a
Just
second there, it
keep
looked
very-
like Jaffro knew she was on site or something. He started to rotate, and then he walked back and held that angle, but he just lost in timing. And that's an incredibly frustrating round if you're Brim. You don't
Yeah.
get any kills, and you die from behind after leaving site.
Smoke's down.
I mean, even if with a round win there, it is still frustrating.
You can see Jaffro kind of
Joke's
creeping
over.
up to
You're
Bath.
dead.
You can hear the ult being pulled. And
Look at
Cypher
this
is
full
down.
push onto A already.
Yeah, they're just
all through
no holds
short.
barred. And he has a good view of
Gotcha.
Heaven, takes out Waffle, and now he's kind of hiding his smoke a little bit, takes out the Sage as well. And it looks like Killjoy's not coming up into Heaven might not be the best idea.
Prepare
There's
for
got
hell.
kills there. Now he's gonna hit Heaven hard. There's a third kill from the Brim.
I don't like that Heaven angle. I think
Last
playing
player
it in the late
standing.
round is really risky. But Jaffro activates,
Jaffro
able
was
to get a
betrayed.
kill. And now
Molly
Molly
into
into
U-Haul.
U-Haul.
And that, I'd have to say that was a pretty good play from SMSU. They were able to molly off one entry. You'd have to go back inside. And there was Wookie able to cut him
Yep.
off on the other end. Pretty nice pinching of the map there.
And
they
I
were
don't
able
know,
to pick
did
up.
SMSU have info on that Reyna being in U-Haul? If they had info for that, beautiful play.
Yeah.
Because Jaffro was able to stick that bomb the second he mollies that. Unless the Reyna's willing to push that molly, he wins the round.
Yeah.
And then his teammate, Wookie there, able to clean up the kill for him.
Yeah, I think out of everyone on the opposite team, I think the Brim might be, or the Reyna might be our biggest threat. I mean, Reyna's able to just kind of lurk around and even get almost into like their spawn, where the Brim is just hitting some crazy shots. Was able to get a
Turn
three-piece just from hiding one spot mostly, and no one was able to pick it up except Jaffro, and he had to come out for the bathroom to get it. You can see, it looks like one of them bought the Sheriff for this one, and Jaffro's going to watch that long.
He
gets
Sheriff
dinked hard.
headshot right away.
Yeah,
And
he's
you
hit.
see, he doesn't want to take that angle anymore. He wants to play safe. He knows that he's low. He just needs to play little cheeky spots and try to get a
Yep.
free kill here.
He was able to get some picks a little bit off of Phoenix, but he's able to heal up though.
But Phoenix was able to secure a kill on A here.
Yeah.
Will Phoenix decide to push through A?
And you see on the map that everyone's kind of converging more on the
Bomb grenade out.
east side, kind of one down long, and he was able to get to long, kind of going into guard, and the other two kind of going into hookah now. And the shots are
And
being
there's that
traded.
Jaffro going down due to that headshot early. One shot
Yeah.
from the stinger takes him down.
Yeah, he got dinked hard by that Sheriff shot. Would have probably killed if he didn't have shields up. There's the Cypher trap planted for his Sova drone. They know that he's at least in port. They're going to probably watch it at this point. He'd probably want to work an aggro
One enemy
play.
remaining.
Oh,
Good
the
revive.
Sova play.
Golly,
Shock
what
dart
a
into
play.
a phantom kill.
Beautiful play there. At this point, they probably have to think that Phoenix is in long because
30
that's where he's
seconds
only
left.
been at. You see Wookie trying
Will
to go for
Wookie
it.
fully check? He sees him. Oh, nice
Yeah.
awareness there. It looked for a second as though he was gonna miss it, and then he flicks back and gets that kill. Big
Yeah.
kill for Wookie.
The double take almost got him again. We saw that earlier in the game, and it cost him big time. Looked like he learned from his mistake, though. Got the big kill for his team, and they're now up 6-1, which is pretty impressive if I do say so myself. They've definitely improved since, these last few games. Granted, it is a 4v5, but even so, doing
Even
so
so,
with such
yep.
great executions and great defensive plays. This is really nice showing from SMSU.
Especially as SMSU seems to do better on the attacking side in general. Having this strong of a defense side really bodes well for them for getting a victory in this game.
Looks like he's going to go for the orb control. Actually, he's going to be pushing out of Bath here. Jaffro going for
Jaffro likes this push. He knows it's a 4 versus 5. Typically, your 5th player is this lurk, this person who's holding bathrooms, holding short, and he knows he can abuse that.
If he can get this, there's no one. They're not
One
even aware.
enemy
Brim's down,
remains.
Spike's
Free
down.
kill.
Wow, yeah,
They
they
have
just
Spike.
lost
They
Spike.
know Cypher's here.
Yeah,
They're
Cypher's
collapsing
caught.
the map.
Flawless.
Yep,
And that's
and
gonna do
easy kill from Jaffro there.
Good play there, taking out the. It's surprising that they didn't decide to actually go for Bath, because that might actually be the best case scenario. I mean, you have Wall from Phoenix, you got the flashes, but that's the thing. You have 2 flashes. You should probably do one person with a duelist going down in Bath and the other one going down the other way. That we can have some kind of control, because. I feel like they would know that Brim is always there in Bath, and if they don't have any problems,
I
he's
don't
pushing.
feel like they're utilizing their Cypher utility well enough. If you're gonna play a 4 versus 5, one of the nice parts is you have Cypher. You can deal with that flank, execute just like normal, pretend like it's a 5 versus 5.
You basically have enough to get as much info as possible, especially with the fact that you have those trips.
Though I do like this setup by South Florida here. Able to get a little bit of pressure at hookah, a little bit of pressure at short, kind of pushing and pulling the defense of
ult here.
SMSU around.
And it looks like it's the Phoenix that takes out Sage with a headshot. You can see Cypher and Reyna are both hurt pretty bad. They're gonna have to think of something, maybe push off
Look at
just a
this,
little bit.
Phoenix is pushing up. He might even get behind him here.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
gonna
he
be,
pushes all the way
that's
through
good
long,
for
but
the
he's too
team.
scared to go for the angle.
Yeah, all four kind of
Phoenix
up and hooked up.
aggressively pushed here.
And they come right out. Ooh, Dark Crystal just
Dark
missed.
Crystal getting behind
Yeah.
everything.
Planning bomb. Smokes are going off. Oh, yeah, a lot of utility being used right now. And he's down. It's up to Sova now. It was getting chaotic for the SMSU. I don't think they were able to kind of contain what was happening.
And it looks like he had got pinged by the camera just before we switched to his perspective. So they know where Sova is. They know he's
shots.
in here.
Last
Jump
player
shots. He takes out one.
Okay.
Is he gonna take out the other?
See
He
if
probably
this
has a
gives him
feeling.
an opportunity.
Ooh, he thinks he's right below window. Oh, yeah. And that's gonna be
I don't
a
think
four-piece
was
for
bomb
Phoenix.
even. Well, bomb was planted.
Bomb was
there, okay.
planted. They were able to plant in the chaos of the smokes and mollies, and they were able to
Yeah, it
keep
was
that
really
taken
hard to
care
keep
of.
track of it there.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting play. They were all cooped up in hookah, and then they just had a moment of realization. They just threw everything they had, took sight with relative ease for a site that had like 3-4 people on it.
But if we look at the economy here, it doesn't look like they could full buy here. I thought I saw 2,200, 2,600 on that
Yeah.
Brimstone. Oh, but okay. Yeah,
One of them has
he's gonna
really
be a
good
little bit
econ.
weaker. But SMSU has a really strong economy here.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to buy for sure for a couple of rounds. Even if they win, that's even pretty awesome.
Right now, needs to be taken
Oh,
out.
unable to get the trade. He comes in, but he's able to take him out.
Yep.
Yeah,
SMSU's number one thing, we see them doing very well in these trade scenarios where
Yep.
one player goes down but somebody's able to refrag it. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, and luckily Jaffro was able to
Joke's
kind of read
over!
where she
You're
was going.
dead!
If I was Reyna, I probably would have got the pick and backed off and ran
Yeah.
the other way, but
Launching
I don't know,
smoke.
it's been going the other opposite direction. But looks like Phoenix takes out Dark Crystal. We have still one person on site. Looks like Brim is now trying to rotate slower, but he's
Launching
behind
smoke.
Sage
Stim
as
beacon
well.
here.
And SMSU does hear this bomb plant. They know it's committed towards B site here. Let's see if they're able to get somebody. Look at that elbow fight.
Ooh, the
Oh,
elbow.
Losing that elbow fight's really big.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out. Smokes are now down. You can see that they're running out here. Fight 2. Takes out. Good move there from Jaffro with a headshot. Falls off CT. So the only real places they can go
He's
now
a
is
bomb
bomb
here.
or an elbow. You can see Jaffro
One
watching that
enemy
on
remaining.
the
They know the last one's CT. They should be getting on bomb here.
Good
Nice.
shot there. 4-piece from Jaffro, able to pick it up and the spike defuse. Very good job there. Almost seemed like it could have been a lot different, but because they won their gunfights and also walled off CT, they gave them a little more time to kind of work their magic and was able to get the defuse.
Yeah, SMSU really winning their gunfights this game.
Yeah, and that's really all it comes down to. A lot of luck in your gunfights really helps, and of course, having that awareness to know where they are is very helpful. And as you saw there with the Sage being able to ice off CT,
Yeah,
all they
that,
really
that
had was
CT
two
wall
places
was
to go.
huge.
Yeah.
I think South Florida is really going to go for a hard flank on the Reyna, or on
Yeah.
the Phoenix there. And he just got cut off by that wall, and then had to shoot through it so they know exactly where he is.
Prepare
Great
for
wave
hellfire.
there from the Ram on the
Open
box
up the
that kind of
sky.
covered the spot. Helps his teammates out a lot with the peaks. He also gets a kill off
Look
of
at this.
that
Phoenix is
orbital
lurking out of
laser.
bathroom, though, and SMSU doesn't know about it.
Yeah, he's
One
but
enemy
that's gonna
remaining.
cost him a kill, but he got the trade. Now the
Again,
Cypher,
just what I said. SMSU's great at those trade frags.
Yeah.
They never really lose too many people in 2 versus 1 scenarios. They usually
they do
trade
not.
somebody back.
great showing here from SMSU. And now the Cypher has no idea what to do now.
And Killjoy's already found it. Oh,
Oh,
but
he
he
got the
gets
headshot.
that quick headshot on
Lucky-
Killjoy there.
lucky
He
shot.
needs to activate quickly here. He should have knife out, be running towards sight.
And at this point, if you're a Cypher, you just gotta pick. You know for a fact that there might still be on point, but as you can see there, they're starting to rotate around. He's
Yeah.
kind of stuck in the middle. Yeah, there goes
He
back
does
to A.
make the right call. He realizes he didn't activate quick enough, that he
Mhm.
needs to get back towards A site here. But the Phoenix versus Cypher, this is going to be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah.
We'll see if he checks his corners fully.
Let's see.
30 seconds left.
Takes
So
a
he's
turn.
gonna check it,
Oh,
but
he's-
Wookie still wins the gunfight.
Wookie is just really good at, even when they check that corner, he's just able to
Last
hit that
round
shot.
in
He's
the
got
half.
great reaction time, yeah.
And you can see the econ for the
I
other
have
team is
money.
it's just getting windowed,
South Florida
drained
just
almost.
2 people can't full buy here. There is a Vandal out with light armor, another Vandal with light armor. Let's see what good roommate decides to buy.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try and I guess at this point they're just gonna go for the force here.
Well,
I believe we're in the last round before the
yep.
half. Might as well use every credit you have. I mean, it's gonna
And
be
she's gonna go
unfortunate.
with the Stinger. So this will be interesting if the South Florida are able to take the right angles with their guns. They'll still be fine. But
Oh,
Wookie
and the
activates
op.
with the op,
Oh.
taking hard control over long here.
And I think that's the first time we see the op in game here being used. And great showing there. I mean, when Wookie had the op, you can expect some big plays.
Yep.
Oh, and just as soon as I pop finish first, as soon as I say that, he gets taken out by the Reyna. Piece of bread going for the hookah shots, gets the headshot through a wall. And Cypher, and it's a 4v2 situation. Good roommate picking up the op, gonna try and see if he can get some more longer range shots here.
So SMSU don't need to peek out. They're playing defense here. Okay, Sova, smart move. Rotate back. Make sure they don't get a free plant in A.
Yeah, you can see the Brim is starting to rotate while the Reyna is staying behind, almost kind of holding the ground for them, kind of maintaining that pressure and almost diverting them away. But SMSU just has that hunch of like, when we have four
Last
people,
player
it's
standing.
2-on-2. We can just essentially just split the map, and that's exactly what they do here.
And
now,
like, did you see how
What's up?
SMSU played off their utility there? They
Yeah.
didn't peek the angle until he takes his shot at the Killjoy turret.
30
Oh,
seconds left.
unfortunate
Oh.
timing, but Sal is there.
Sal,
That's
good
Waffle
trade.
able to trade that kill back immediately,
Yeah, good.
denying that
sides.
plant, denying the opportunity
And
to
it's
winning
true.
that
It's
round.
it's unfortunate for Jaffro throwing the combat stim into the teleporter. I feel like he might have just had a moment of realization, like, oh shoot, there's someone right next to me.
I don't know why you would throw it in there. I don't see the reasoning behind that, but you know, and it punishes him. He dies for it, but
Yep.
we'll
But
see
it
if
seems they were
SMSU is able to mount together a good attack side now.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to see how they execute this one. I think they're all kind of stacking up on B. We have a couple going down long, and we have a couple going down hookah. And at this moment, it's a 2-2 split on their side, not really stacking, which is, it's a smart play, but on a 5v4, on a pistol round, you might have to expect the
Yeah,
aggro
I
push.
think if it was me, I would run Cypher solo,
Mm,
but it's just such a tough call to make. And it's the right call to make with SMSU attacking B site quickly. Caught by Cypher a little bit.
Smokes are up, so it's keeping them away. You can hear that the Cyclones are releasing the smoke, and they just don't capitalize on it.
But Killjoy able to get that frag as they jump out of teleporter.
There's the flash there.
One enemy
Jaffro's
remaining.
kinda coming in a little late, but just kind of monitoring everything to get back. And Jaffro with
And I like to see that jumping on top of boxes. Such a hard angle to deal with as the defenders, as you're looking for left and right angles instead of angles above the box like that.
Yeah.
So we will see if SMSU is able to close out this game.
Yeah, and I think it fell apart once they lost one or two guys on that. I mean, the rotate is probably their weakest point because now with only 2v2, it's just absolutely worst possible scenario, and we just two starting up here. You can see SMSU is now completely diverting from B to a hard A push going up, but now they're kind of taking their time, going a little slower. They're not trying to be as aggro.
Yeah, and I believe they realized, you know, the Cypher's on the other side. Why would we execute there?
Yeah, and you can see that it's hard. It's a hard rotate. You can see that Phoenix is going flank along. You can see Cypher going from CT. Like, they immediately rotated as soon as they saw utility being put down, and they maybe, yeah, they're just gonna commit here. Gas okay with the
Beautiful
Martian shot.
trade there by Sage as the Phoenix went down, and Sage was able to trade that frag back immediately and get you all control.
Yep.
Has wall down, blocking off that CT push.
And you can see he's in a kind of a sticky situation, kind of smoked off. I mean, even if he stays back in heaven, if someone just has that right angle, as soon as that smoke comes down, they're hit. And
Cage triggered.
They know they're trapped.
oh, the shot there. But
One
trade.
enemy
Oh, he gets the
remaining.
double kill,
Can't
and
believe
that's
he's able to
really
get
gonna
both of
hurt.
those.
Yeah,
Sage's gonna
someone's
have to play smart. He's getting
for
flanked by
defuse.
something here.
One
Getting
enemy
flanked. Ooh,
remaining.
good awareness.
Oh, what a
play.
nice catch!
Wow. That
Piece
was
of
good.
bread. They should call
That
him
was
Lord
good.
of Bread.
Golly, what a
Match
play
point.
there. Able to hear him coming from U-Haul, flicks to him, takes him out, flicks the other way, knows he's still going for that defuse. If I was South Florida, I would be livid. The fact that he was able to, it was overall confidence, maybe overconfidence in this case, because he was going for that defuse. He was like, oh, you got this, go for the flank. And he completely turned it around on him. Good play there from Piece of Bread, able to just stop the entire play in their tracks. And now we're at match point.
And that's where we see South Florida is running out of time. That wall in CT really bought time for that bomb to get low. They had to hold the defuse on that player, so he wasn't able to join his teammate in that on peeking that angle.
Yeah, but now with this push, you can see that they've already got hooked up in hookah and long, fully almost controlled the both. And they're sitting backside. They're just coming out the woodwork here. The molly there takes out. Goes for the ult. Goes for the planting. Oh!
I don't like that attempted plant by Waffle there. I
Yeah.
don't think that's needed. It was a little early in the round. They had it cleared sight.
Yeah,
Last player
it was
standing.
definitely a sense of desperation with everything kind of going off there in that moment. You saw a lot of your guys going down. There's the molly again, and that is a 4-piece from that Phoenix. He did really well that round.
Yeah,
I think
he
it
had a
also just
couple
kinda-
good rounds in a row there.
Oh, yeah.
He was the big player in U-Haul the round before, barely getting traded out after getting two frags. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw there. It looked like the slow orbs by SMSU landed in the wrong spot. It cut SMSU off rather than cutting South Florida off.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of fell apart once, Wookiee got hit by the molly. It was just a lot of chaos going on. You could hear a bunch of people jumping out of that smoke, and really, you don't need to even shoot through the smoke, because Cypher's cages are just able to hear when someone enters the cages anyway. So if you hear them in there, you just start shooting, and then at that point, there's not much else you can do. And also that plant there from Waffle kind of messed with them as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can't plant without having any control over site like that. I'd really like to see SMSU doing a similar play, taking out that Cypher utility, but not necessarily hitting site immediately after.
Yep,
Using that to force rotations.
And you can see here that the Phoenix is now starting to rotate across. Now that he, oh wow,
Wow, nice shot by
headshot
Phoenix.
through the wall. Not headshot, but just a wall bang in general. My goodness. And you can see that the Phoenix just started to rotate as soon as he saw something, may have seen like a tripwire being destroyed, and that might actually cost him because the majority of the team are on the other side. Only Sova's here.
And Sova can take this teleporter once the hit starts here. I really like this setup from SMSU. I would like to see Sova making a little bit more noise, making them a little scared, but the execution's now come out.
And there's the rotation there.
Sova taking that teleporter,
Taking
making
TP.
sure he's back with the team.
And it looks like it's now a 3v4 thanks to that Reyna getting some good shots there. And now Jaffro with the headshot through the wall with the Sheriff on good roommate. Hiding in bath, kind of waiting for everyone to kind of get into
Placing
position.
swarm grenade.
Looks like
from the
Killjoy
top.
has some nasty lineups here.
Oh, and another headshot there from Jaffro on Castle K, turning this into a 3v2. They're still staying in bath. Sova kind of chilling a little bit in long here. Maybe going for an arrow across. Yep. Shooting an arrow. Jaffro is down.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
so
So
is taken
is
out
Dark
there.
Crystal. and
Does
now
Sova
Sal.
have ult? That is the question. Doesn't look
no,
like it,
he gets,
no.
Last player
but he
standing.
gets
Oh,
the-
but that is
he gets
round
the bomb.
anyway.
Attackers
He gets the bomb.
win. Clutch.
And
Running out of
that's going to
time.
be a win for SMSU. What a play
SMSU
there.
have to be excited about that.
Yeah.
It was a 4 versus 5, but it did look like SMSU's players were on point this game. It looked like they were the better team today. That Phoenix really warmed up as the game ended there,
Yep.
but I think SMSU wins that 5 versus 5 anyway, and I
Yep.
think SMSU are going to be really happy about that victory today.
It was definitely an improvement from every game that they've played before. Great job from every member of the team. They did what they had to do, and they played very well. Great executions, great defensive plays. They took their time with their shots, and they did everything they could have possibly done. Great game from both teams. But I have to say SMSU performed extremely well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Big win, first win on the books for SMSU's Valorant
sir.
team, and I'm gonna imagine there's gonna be some excitement running through the room tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these players, Jaffro plays in the CSGO team. Hopefully he's able to take the momentum from this game,
Yep.
port it over to CSGO, and show us a great CS game.
Yeah.
So-
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. And that CS game will be coming up here at 7:30 is when that should go live for you guys today. So if you're interested in watching more SMSU esports, join us tonight at 7:30.
Yes, sir.
And I'd like to thank my fellow caster here.
thanks for bringing me here. I'm always excited to watch some great Valorant gameplay. So always a pleasure. Always a
Yep.
pleasure.
And we will catch you guys in a little bit.